The John Wornall House is one of only a handful of antebellum homes that still exist in Kansas City and is one of the oldest surviving residences of Greek Revival design in the city. The building of this important Kansas City architectural landmark can tell us much about John Wornall and his values and aspirations. The Wornall property originally spanned north-south from modern-day 59th to 67th Streets and east-west from Main Street to State Line Road. The Wornall House, located at Wornall Road and 61st Terrace, looks westward and symbolically over the frontier. Greek Revival was an architectural movement popular in the 18th and 19th centuries that emulated Greek architecture, especially the look of a Grecian temple with columns. Buildings that you may recognize in the United States built in this style include the Supreme Court Building in Washington, D.C., Federal Hall in New York City, and the Philadelphia Museum of Art. You can clearly see the similarities between these buildings and the Wornall House. Some of these common features include the portico, or enclosed porch area, the pediment, or triangular gable on top of the portico, and the columns supporting the pediment. The Wornall House has a tetrastyle portico, simply meaning it has 4 columns. The Wornall House is a truly local construction, primarily made out of local materials. The brick was fired in a kiln on the property, and the mortar made from sand hauled from the Missouri River. The limestone for the foundation, fireplaces, and lintels was quarried nearby. The Wornall family left behind much documentation about the white builders who oversaw construction of the house. There is no mention of who performed the physical labor of construction. It is likely the majority of the work was done by enslaved men. Many enslaved men were trained in highly valuable trades such as bricklaying or blacksmithing. These individuals were then hired out by their owners for fixed periods of time. John may have hired these enslaved bricklayers to build his home. Missouri newspapers of the time reveal that bricklaying was a common skill advertised by slave owners looking to hire out their slaves. The Wornall House was a symbol of John's wealth and status in the community. By building his house on a hill overlooking a well-traveled road, he signaled his prominence to those traveling by. His house mirrored architecture he was familiar with from his original home state of Kentucky, displaying his role as a wealthy, landed slave owner, a connection that those in Missouri would readily understand.